everyone, it's Neil, LifeWorks, and we're here to celebrate Sarah, her big win in her training journey where she was in a lot of pain. Now she has minimal pain. Okay, I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to ask Sarah to please introduce yourself. So Sarah, introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah Werner. I am a mother of two daughters, 9 and 6, and I live in Canmore with my husband and girls. I used to compete in lots of different sports, flat water canoeing, cross-country skiing, swimming, cross-country running, and unfortunately, I eventually suffered some sort of back injury, which never really went away and was never diagnosed. And it really started to limit my life choices and activities and even my simple daily activities.
How long ago was that, Sarah?
The first injury happened late 90s.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you were in pain for that length of time?
Off and on. I went to physios. It helped. And then I got back into my competitive sport at that time. And the physios told me that the rest of my body was so strong that it was holding everything together. And then when I would stop and have my month off or 2 months off, that's when the pain would return, and I would have to do, I had to return to physio, return to all the exercises, but it just never seemed to go away. And I'd always have that kind of a catchy pain every once in a while. And after I guess, retired from competing, I had children, and that seemed to make it worse. So I dove into yoga, and I love yoga. I love it to bits and pieces, but it really didn't help me. So, yeah. So it's been a long journey.
Yeah. And when's the last time you competed? Your children are what, 9 years old now? The oldest?
Yeah, but the last time I competed probably was when I met my husband.
Wow.
Or when I got married. Yeah. So 15 years ago.
So your lower back pain was continuing for all those years, almost a decade and a half. And what would you say your pain level was for your lower back out of 10, 10 being the highest?
When I was competing, I would say it was right in the middle, around 5. And then when I stopped competing and started to have a family and things like that, it went even higher. So some days, I would say generally living, I would be anywhere from a 6 to a 10, but it could get up to the point where it was a 12, where I was not functional at all, laying in bed or on the floor.
And how did that affect your family life, hanging out with your children and husband?
You can't. Yeah. Well, I did, but you're not that carefree parent that can just do anything. I had to watch what I was doing, and if I did it, I could only do it, halfway, and I'm not a halfway kind of person. So it was hard. Yeah. Lifting my kids was painful, like holding them was painful, but I guess as a mom, you just hold them anyway. Plus you want to hold them because you love them. So you just do it anyway.
Yeah. Oh, that's terrible. So you're on the sidelines for a lot of your time, for a lot of the children growing up. And
yeah.
How did that feel emotionally?
I felt a little bit like a burden because I couldn't do all the things that I wanted to do or needed to be done. Like changing diapers was excruciatingly painful. My father-in-law made our change table higher for me, and it was almost at like chest level or just at rib level, and so I didn't have to bend over at all when I was changing the kids, but you still have to lift them up to that height, and so but that helped a lot. So
Okay.
yeah.
Did you try any other types of therapy other than yoga and physio?
Yeah, I did other group training. I love CrossFit, and I did that. So strengthening always helped.
Mm-hmm.
However, there was always something missing. There was always a link missing, because I would get strong and I was feeling better. I could do more things, but it would always tweak. I'd always get that tweak. And what I mean by a tweak, some people feel it. You move too fast and you get that tweak in your neck or your back or whatever. And in my back or pelvis, it would not be a really nice feeling. It would be shooting pain that I would get. And so it would put me all the way back to square one. So if I did 6 weeks of some program and then I got a tweak going for a walk or something with my dogs, and I tweaked my back, all the way back at square one again. And so that's what was really frustrating, mentally and physically, because I felt I was really doing well, and then you just way back again.
So then that leads me to ask, what made you think of looking up my style of programming?
I had no idea what your style of programming was. I have no clue. The reason why I chose it was for two reasons. My friend, who also had back pain, she had really good success, was having really good success, and she knew what my back pain was like, back pain buddies. And she said, you should talk to Neil. She said, what can you lose? You can't. You're either gonna work out and be in pain, or work out and hopefully not be in pain. So you're in pain anyway. So what's the difference? And I was tired of going to programs and working that 6 weeks and then have a tweak and then be thrown all the way back at square one again. So the way my friend was talking about Neil, you sounded different to me. So I just said, okay, I'll do it. And again, you said there was a consult, so you have nothing to lose to do a consult. At least you get to know, you get to know you and know what you're doing and what you're planning, what your plan is. And so that gave me some confidence.
Good.
Yeah. Well, it might not be the right word, confidence. Just gave me, there was nothing to lose kind of attitude to go and have a consult.
And so you're living almost a decade of pain, almost at a 10 out of 10 for a lot of the time. So what have you achieved now?
Well, now I was just thinking about this morning. Now I feel like this might be a little bit too much information for public, but I was taking a shower and I was thinking, I never used to like taking showers because it hurt. Stepping into the tub, turning on the tap, like everything that I did, it hurt. And now I took a shower, turned the taps on, not even thinking about it, got into the shower. You do what you do in the shower and not even thinking. And it's so freeing and gives you so much of your energy back, because you don't have this constant thought of, okay, you have to be careful when you do this, and you have to be careful when you do that. You don't have to remind yourself to do that anymore. You can just be a human being and live. And that's
Right.
nice.
And what's different with your children?
Oh, tons. Like we wrestle. Could never wrestle before. They jump on me. Could never jump on me before because I was always afraid that something would happen. We play tag. We go for walks. We go for hikes. Even swimming hurt, but now it doesn't. We didn't go swimming this year because of COVID, but I'm sure swimming would be just fine. Most activities that are non-impact, I feel like I have confidence to say, yeah, I can do that, no problem. So biking, swimming, I don't know what else is not impact, but and then this winter I just started cross-country skiing again, which is, I don't know how to describe how you feel when something that you love is taken away and then you get it back. It was just so fun. And yeah, I was a little sore the next day, but it was muscle soreness, not that pain. It wasn't the same pain. So yeah, it is awesome. It's amazing. And my girls don't have to ask me, Mama, is it okay if I get a piggy bank? Like they just jump on my back now. It's great.
Oh man, I am so happy for you. Oh, it's been a
Me
journey.
too.
Yes, you did the program exactly like I told you to, and thank you for listening and believing and following through and doing the work, because you have to do the work. So congratulations.
Thank
And I'm
you.
really, really happy for you, sincerely, and really, really proud of you. So thank you for sharing that. And we'll leave it at that. And
Okay.
yeah, do you have anything to say to anybody out there to encourage them, if they're anyone that's like in your situation?
Well, one thing that I would like to say that people don't know is it's been a 2-year journey, I believe. And within that 2-year journey, I had a car accident and suffered a concussion. And I had been working out with Neil for, I think, about 6 months. Had I not been working out with you, that my body would have been so much worse in that car accident. And yeah, I mean, I have you to thank because you listened to me. You didn't let me go fast because I would get excited and be like, oh yeah, this is great. And then you're like, no, we got to do it slow. Didn't like doing it at a snail's pace, but I trusted you and you were right. I didn't like not stretching for 2 years or maybe never again in my life.
That's right.
But it works. And I guess for someone who is maybe in pain or is coming back from an injury, the only way that you can come back or get healthy again is the slow way. Yeah, sometimes it's frustrating, but the thing that I wrote down about you, Neil, is, I have to look through my notes. I found it. So here are some of the things that I love most about working with you. That you listened to me and told me not to go fast. You always modified for me. So if you saw me grimace, you would always say, is that pain? And I'd be like, yeah, because I didn't want to go slower. So I had to be honest with you and say yes. So you always modified for me so that my pain level was, stayed below a 5, the next day. Because that was my problem. my back would be fine during the exercises, but then the next day I'd be out of commission.
Mhm.
Third, you were always super supportive, whether I was at the gym, texting you on that other link, the PT Hub, always encouraging, always. And 5, steady. So what I mean by steady, just constant uplifting, positive, you can do this, way to go. And so I also want to say that you deserve a pat on the back too, because yes, I followed what you said, but you were the one that put the program together. And I did all the work, but you were there if I needed a shoulder to cry on, or just somebody to talk to, or somebody to be angry at, because I, even through the workouts, there was some pain, and you just said, that's okay. Your body's changing. You're getting stronger. There's going to be some pain. So I really just trusted you and worked through it. And having someone there to support you and listen to you in the ups and the downs is really, really important. And I think that is the biggest value that you can have in a relationship with your personal trainer. Because, like, if you're having a bad day and you don't want to work out, and they're like, hey, come in, I got 10 minutes to get you started or whatever, then it gives you that lift. And that's what people need. And that's what you provide. So if you're thinking about working out with Neil, it's a no-brainer, especially if you want to better yourself or you have pain when you're in your activity. It's worth it. You are worth it.
Ooh. That was very nice. Oh.
Big COVID hug.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Now it's time to just keep going with your workout.
Yeah.
The message is, it's the long game. There's never a quick...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. Okay. Well, thank you so much again, and see you at your next session.
On the 30th. Yay.
Yes. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks so much for talking with me today.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Neil. Thank you.
Okay, take care.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye.